everybody, this is Chad Westport from chadwestport.com, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Vivosun VS2000 grow light. When it comes to grow lights, a lot of new growers, they're not going full bore, they're not investing heavily, but they still want to get something decent. There's a lot of lights that sit in the same price range, and this Vivosun VS2000 is one of them. So we're going to take a look at it, do a little A and B comparison with a few of the other lights, and just see what the plants are telling us. So it's going to be a timely process. You can't fairly evaluate a light just within the first 30 to 60 days. But I can tell within 30 days if I'm getting more growth with this light versus one of the other lights on the same cultivar, in the same medium, in the same environment. So that's what we're going to be doing. I should be able to see how they're growing compared to lights in the similar price range. So a lot of these boards in this price range, they're a quantum board. They're not the bars, but they're also not blurple. They're using the white full spectrum LED color. A lot of them use the same components. This has Samsung horticultural LEDs in that. So that's something that you'll see in a lot of the similar priced boards. And I'm going to go ahead and open this up. We'll just get some first impressions. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see how this turns out. They're always good to have. Of course, I'm opening it back. Alright, so let's unpack it. We've got, this feels like the accessory boxes. Let's just open them up real quick, see what we got in here. Box number 1. Ooh, cool glasses. Got your yo-yos for hanging them up. Okay. Over here, what do we got? Well, I actually kind of already know. We had the power cord in here, and we had the other hangers for mounting the light. You've got an adapter, connector, a hub for the RJ cords. That's if you're chaining multiple lights together. Alright, so let's get this stuff out of the way. Alright, so first impressions, here we go. Alright, see the transformer sitting here. Doesn't look like it's detachable, so it's mounted on there. Picking it up. Yeah, you know what? For the size, the weight is good. It's not overly heavy. I'm not worried about it collapsing my grow tent or anything. You can see where you mount it. That's pretty solid. We've got our dimmer. Okay, dimming option. Means the power cord's on this side. Ooh, can you see that? Yep, power cord, okay. And flip the light around to actually reveal what we're working with. And you know what? Looks standard, looks good to me. Let's plug it in and see how it does. That's going to be the real test. The Vivosun VS2000 is a great light for this 2x4 tent. As you can see, it fills it out very well. This actually gives you a great example of the color spectrum here. You've got your yellows, you've got your blue, you've got your far reds. This board kind of has all of the spectrums that is popular, and you're going to find on a lot of, well, pretty much every other board that you find out there these days. One of the options that I'm always looking for on a grow light is the option for dimming. Sometimes plants can't handle too intense of a light. Other times you want to ramp it up, like in flower. So this light actually gives you that option. This has the option of 40%, which you currently see, 60%, 80%, and 100% light. And at 100%, this is pumping out a lot of usable light for my plants. They've been there for a couple weeks already, and they are enjoying the light. So this is how the light actually attaches to your tent. You could always use the yo-yos, which we're used to and we're common, very common, but this actually comes with, you know, it's a little hanger. It fits into the notches that are welded onto the top of the quantum board, and it sits nicely on the bar that goes across the top of the tent. So If you like to set it like this, if your plants are a proper height for it, the only concern there would be the heat, again, being close to the top of the tent. You don't want any, overheating. Fire hazards, bad. But this, I'm touching it. Yeah, it's warm, it's definitely hot. But I've been running it at 100% for many nights, and I felt the top of the tent definitely gets a little warm, but it's nothing that I'm worried about as far as like flash point or combustion. So I feel pretty good with the stock hangers that came with this. It works good. It's letting off plenty of light, so I don't need it super low anyhow. But if I did, I could always use the yo-yos in there. We all know that LEDs, their chips, they're gonna last longer if they stay cool. Them getting hot is what's gonna shorten their lifespan. So another thing you could do is, make sure you have air movement up here. I usually have a fan that's just kind of blowing on this area, and that helps keep it a lot cooler too. So that's a benefit, but you also want to take into account ambient temperature. Right now it's maybe 65 degrees where I'm at. If it was 110 or, it's like 90 degrees, I might not be able to hold on to it like this at 100%. So keep that in mind, but be safe, be smart, pay attention to these things, and you'll have a great and successful grow. Overall, my initial impressions of the VS2000 from Vivosun, they're good. It hits a lot of the buttons that I'm looking for in a light. It fits the area that I need it to fill. It comes with dimming options. It uses common components you find in a lot of other lights, and it also uses the same spectrum. So it has a lot going for it in that budget light category. So for filling out this 2x4, yeah, the Vivosun VS2000, so far so good. The plants really do like him. They're growing great, so nothing but good things to say at this point. If anything happens, I will follow up this review. But yeah, I'm Chad Westport. Check me out, chadwestport.com. I'm also on Instagram, chad.westport. I thank you for tuning in today, and keep the channel locked. More to come. Have a great evening and party on.